Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back to watch part 2 of how does a GM L83 engine go from V8 to V4. It's a question I've been asking myself for a long time. My 2017 Silverado has that same engine, and I finally got a chance to tear one down, and I was really excited to do it. And part 1, if you haven't seen that, there will be a link right up here to that. Sorry. Just basically just getting it tore down to the heads to get the heads off, so I could hopefully see how this thing works. So if you want to see, continue to watch this video. If you want to see the whole thing, go watch that other video and you'll get to see the whole teardown. So y'all get ready, and here we go. Yeah. Oh, you know what? These rocker arms are they're just torqued. Probably to a certain specification. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother organizing them. Cause if I end up using this engine, I'm gonna have to change the cam. And I'll probably have, I don't know, maybe have to change push rods too. I don't know. No rollers or anything, just like normal old rocker arms. Well, the exhaust and intake appear to be the same length, which I would expect. Would expect them to be different. Whew. A lot of wear on that one on the side. That's a huge groove. Wish I knew which one that came out of. I was just pulling them. Wasn't expecting to find one damaged. Yeah, that's man, that's huge. I mean, that's thicker than my thumbnail. So yeah, we'll be replacing the push rods anyway. All right, we can get to all the head bolts now. Unlike an LS, there are no head bolts coming in from the valley. So, okay. I thought these were, I kind of thought they might have. Let me zap them head bolts off real quick, and I'll be right back. And I did remove the bolt, or loosen the bolts in somewhat of a sequence, crisscross from middle to end. So they're all loose now, and I'll just run them out with the impact. Same side, top and bottom. Well, I think, I wonder if this is the side the guy had apart. I don't know. I didn't ask him which side he had apart. Some kind of sealer on these bolts. So Loctite or something. Don't know exactly what it is. That makes it hard to get them bolts up out of the hole. I know that. No? Well, that bolt there might be a different length. I don't know, maybe not. That's the very front bolt. See if it's the same length. Yep. They all appear to be the same length. I will say them are some long bolts, man. Very long bolts. Does anybody know, are those torque yield bolts? You're supposed to only use them once. Okay, now, ready to pull the head off, I hope. I think I got the bolts out of the accessory drive up front here. Tight on the dowels. Too tight. I think I'm missing the... No, that accessory drive gotta have to come off. Man, oh, forgot a bolt. That'll help. I bet you $1 that'll help. Head gaskets stuck. Oh, mercy. Huh, okay. Very interesting. Boy, they use a multi-layer gasket. You see it? One, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Huh. That's interesting. Is that right? Well, I guess. Holy moly, man. It's hard enough to seal. Yes, 5 layers. Huh. Hard enough to seal one one gasket. Seems like 5 would be a whole lot harder. Yeah, I guarantee this is the head he come off, or he had off. And also had a little surprise here. Got a really rusty cylinder. That's the one that was making so much noise when I was trying to turn it over. So, yep. Well. There's the rusty one. It's had water in it somewhere. So, it's pretty rough. So it's gonna have to, if they use it, it's gonna have to have pistons. It's gonna have to be bored. Very interesting. Now, here's what I want to see. I want to see them lifters. So let me zap one of them out real quick. Well, all right. I still don't know how them crazy lifters work, Dan. Two of them have springs. Let me show you this one. It's got an issue. Can you see it spring on the end of it? So, still don't know how this works. Still don't know how it goes from V8 to V4. Well, that's just sad. I was hoping I'd be able to figure that out by tearing this engine apart. I'm assuming the ones with the springs on them are the ones that do the switcherooing. Well, I think that lifter's. You know what? I almost think that lifter turned. Yeah, that one just comes right out. That one came right out. Something wrong with something going on with this lifter. It won't come out of the hole. Very interesting. Huh, just for grins and giggles, I'm gonna try and pull these ones out. Now those two with the spring come right out. Yeah, there's been a failure. There's been a failure in that lifter or something. Huh. Well, isn't that special? Okay. Okay. Well, I think that's as far as we are going for now. I wanted to see inside this thing. I want to see how them crazy. I want to see how it went from V8 to V4. But I'd have to go. Huh. I still don't know how it does it. Well, tell you what. We've gone this far. Let's see if let's turn it upside down and turn it upside down, pull the pan off of it. See what I can see up in there. It's too late, but I'm gonna oil this one up. Too late. I'm gonna oil them all up a little bit. You know what? I'm actually gonna pull that other head off. If there's anything exciting, I'll bring you back. But other than that, I'll get that head off, roll that thing upside down, and pull that pan off and see what we see up in there. Well, folks, I got the other head off. There was a surprise there. When I took the passenger side head off, it had all bolts. Now these are torque to yield, so they're supposed to be thrown away and put new ones in. But on the driver's side, on the very front bolt, down in the, let's see, the top front bolt was this. It's a 1/2 inch Allen bolt, and it is considerably shorter than all the other bolts. So I didn't have a 1/2 inch Allen socket, so I had to go to Advance and get one. While I'm there, I'm like, guys, what the heck? And they look it up and I go, well, you know what? By golly, it shows all these bolts and one of these. I'm like, and I said, well, is the driver's side different from the passenger side? He's like, doesn't show it. But it is, because the holes were different. This hole right here, you couldn't even see the threads. These bolts go way down in that block. Over here, I'll see if I can show you. You can see the threads over here. Probably not going to be able to see that. Maybe I can do it this way. See how far that bolt goes down in there before it hits threads? Right there's how far it goes down in that one before it hits threads. It's the same thread, but this bolt is much shorter. So it's got one odd head bolt. Now Chevrolet, you'd have to explain that one to me because I don't get that. As far as the lifters go, I took the pan off. I still can't, there's no mechanical nothing that takes this thing from V8 to V4. The thing of it is on this side though, this cylinder cuts out, this cylinder cuts out. Over here, it's the two center ones. So when you're running on V4, you're running on the back cylinder and the front cylinder on the passenger side, and you're running on the two center cylinders on the driver's side. And there is a little difference in the lifters. There's a lifter that is on a cylinder that gets cut out. That is one that doesn't. So the only thing I can see is there's a couple of extra oil passages on this one. There's the big one and there's a little one right there. See that little one right there, and then the big one. So I'd have to assume that, because all the push rods are the same size, they're all the same. So the only thing I can figure is in this engine somewhere there is a solenoid that uses high pressure oil to cut these 8 lifters out. And this spring somehow, once that lifter is cut out, that spring keeps tension on the lifter, but allows the push rod to stay still. I don't really know. I thought once I tore this thing down, I could tell you how that thing works, but I can't. Like I say, there's no oil passages in the middle of this lifter, but there's 2 in this one, a big one and a small one, and it has a spring. So somehow or another, it keeps tension on the push rods so that the lifters aren't slapping around on the cam. I thought we was all going to get to see what makes an L83 a V8 and a V4, but I still can't explain it. Other than that, there wasn't any surprises on this side, so you didn't really miss anything. So, hey, I really appreciate you watching. Still don't have answers, but I've seen the inside of an L83 now. It's a pretty impressive engine. Yeah, so that's all I got. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one, and y'all have a fantastic day.